Hey everyone, it's Melissa. Today's video is about brushes. Now you may wonder why I did video of my floors creaking as I walked over it, but there's a method to my madness, and so I will explain. When you have something that's pretty life-changing, like an illness, an operation, cancer, life-altering things, you start to look back at your basics. And in my case, I really started to appreciate just really simple things, especially with everything also that's going on in the world. Just real simple things that are in my immediate environment. And one of those is my stairs creaking. I love walking across the floors and hearing the noise that it makes. It just is comforting, and I think of all the other people that listen to creaks going through this house over the decades. And it just brings me peace. And it makes me appreciate my environment around me. And so what that has to do with brushes, another one is the fountain that we have outside. Just so many things, the leaves changing right now. I just feel real grateful for so many things. So what does that have to do with brushes? One of my granddaughters, the second granddaughter, turned 16 last week. And so I was talking to her beforehand what she wanted me to get her for her birthday. And she said, I need some brushes. She picked me out some brushes and buy for me. So I said, okay, but that made me think of the brushes that I love the most. And I realized that the brushes I love the most I have used for decades. Longer, at least since I've just started YouTube, and even longer than that, some of them. But they're brushes that I would buy again. So I wanted to share this very comforting thing that I have with my brushes with you. I just think brushes, you get used to your brush, you feel confident, therefore you can put your makeup on in a confident manner. You know to reach for them, you know the kind of look you're going to get. Even if you change palettes, change colors, you know you can depend on those brushes. And I just think they're very important. That and a good foundation and a good lipstick, are good foundations in skincare, are good foundations for helping you feel and look your best. I'm also going to link the brush set that my friend Mary, Glitzy Fritzy, did a collaboration with Sigma brushes. It's a beautiful brush set. It's called the Essential Eye Set. And it's a wonderful brush set that I have bought several times. So I wanted to link it because that's a really good one. And Lisa from BK Beauty also has wonderful brushes. And she also has a collaboration with Angie Hot and Flashy for her brushes too. Those are three YouTubers that I also wanted to make sure that I pointed out. They have collaborations on brush sets, and I want you to look at them because I like to support my fellow YouTubers. Okay, so I wash my brushes, the Yardley yellow soap. I don't know if it's a lemon soap. I'll look it up, see exactly what kind it is. I get it at my grocery store. And then for any powder foundation, I use the bareMinerals Kabuki brush. It's just excellent. I used it not long ago, so I need to clean it, but it's just got this. And then it's got the longer down below here, and excellent. It's got the ability when you're peeling to just kind of gently buff away the peels while you put on a powder foundation, and it really hides your peeling from retin-A or anything like that. It's a wonderful brush. Keeping up with face, my powder, my cream blush, and that's about what I use nowadays, are cream blushes. I like the Luxe, I think it's 504. It's the large angled brush. This is my Honey Thief by Melt. I'm about to the end. I'm not going to buy another one because I'm going to use up some more, but it just gets in the corners. I can just pounce it on, or I can rub it on, and it just does such a good job. It just makes an even coating, just going up that way with the slant. It's, I do use it some with powders. I just mainly tend to use it with cream. I love the slant to it. It just gives me a lot of control with cream blushes. The next one is what I use for highlighter. And this is a SEPHORA brush too. It is the Pro Flawless Airbrush in, I believe that's a 56 is the number. And it is just perfect. It's kind of, you know, flat through here, but full, okay? And what I like about it is, if something's too thin, when I try to put on highlighter, it makes a streak. And if it's too fat, then it gets all into my blush. I like it to sit subtly on top of my cheeks. Let me find my highlighter. That's what this one does. I just do it, you know, kind of tap it in, and I can just either rub it or just pounce it on like that. And it just gives the right amount without being too thin or spreading all over the place. I like it subtle, like around my eyes, just to brighten my eyes, but not a strip, you know. I'm picky. And this one's very nice to do that. It's just a lovely brush. Now, to put on under eye powder, I like to use this little brush here. This one is a Sigma E35. It's a fluffy brush, but small, fluffy. And it just gives you that control to put it on your powder and just put it right here underneath your eyes, and does a great job. Gives me lots of control, and I really like it. Now, I have another one, and I've got both of them clean right now, but I keep them in separate areas, one in my bag and one in my little carry-all over there. But besides using one of these for underneath my eyes, I have a separate one that I put on right here. It's usually the first thing that I do when I put on my eyeshadow, is I put it in the crease as a transition shade. So I'll take a medium to light shade, but almost the color of my skin, and I will take this brush and then I will put it back and forth in my crease and above, right there, and blend it down, and it makes a nice transition between the crease and the upper part of the lid and the lower part of the lid. So the brow and the lid. So I really depend on these two brushes, one of them for the transition and the other one to use underneath. Now on my lid, this is by KVD. I don't know if it's still available. I hope it is, because I hate the thought of ever being without it. So this one part right here is what I use to put eyeshadow on my lid. So it's just a maybe slightly rounded but very dense, and so I use it to put my eyeshadow on my lid right there. And it just does a really nice amount, you know, right next to my eyes where the color is going to show up the most. It doesn't skip, and it deposits, no matter pretty much what the eyeshadow is, it deposits a really nice amount. I might have to just tap off more or less for different eyeshadows and how much fallout they have, but this just always delivers for me. It's a very important brush for me. Just put it right there. And then flipping around to the other side is a little pointed one, which you could use for, you know, to line. I use it on my brow bone, because it does, I don't like my brow bone to be like, you know, coming at me like that. And this is soft, it's pointed, but it's soft, and you can get really detailed work here under your eyebrows, and that really, you know, it really makes a difference right through there. So I always use this on my brow bone. So this is a 2-for-1. Now this one is my newest brush. It is from Rose and Ben. And I'm trying to see, you know what, I don't even see, it's got their logo on it and everything, but I don't see what the name of the brush is. I will have to look it up. I think it's a C, I remember it being a C something. I bought it several months ago, but it's still my newest brush. But it is a dense slanted, okay? Now, what I use it for, I will tape off my eye, and then I will take a strip of dark eyeshadow and a strip of medium eyeshadow. Then I will take this and blend it out and pounce it so that it has a gradient look. It's really good about giving a gradient look. Just pounce, pounce, pounce like that. And it'll be darker when I take the tape off. It will be darker and have a nice line, you know, a nice wing at the bottom, and then it gradually starts fading out because of this brush. I love this brush. It's a really, really good one. And until I found this brush, I didn't even know about this brand, but it's just lovely. Now, in the outer corner, this is my very, very favorite brush. It's an old one. I hope they still have it. It looks like a Profusion brush. I love this brush. I hope we can find it. It's the small pointed eyeshadow, ES6 Profusion. But look how little it is, and cut, tapered, you know, to a slight point, not as much as the one that I use on my brow bone, the KVD one, but more so than just a regular rounded brush. And what I can do is I can make little circles with dark eyeshadow, and I can make it go up into a little soft point here and come back down to right here and meet, you know, where I have my bottom eyeshadow, and then just kind of work it into my regular eyeshadow, and it just can make it blend perfectly. I had to search around and search around. I had the most trouble. I used to use like one of these, one of the Refer brushes that was flat, you know, like this, and flat and then not very thick. You know, I used to use those and like do it like that and do it like that and do it like that. I had the most trouble. And then I finally figured out that I needed something a bit softer but pointed that I could blend. And that is exactly what this brush does. I get the best outer corner work with this brush of anything I have ever used. It's amazing. Okay, this is a very one that I've used a very long time. In fact, I have two of them, and they're both chewed by the dog when he was just a puppy, and he's 10 now. These are from Sigma, and they are E45s. They are perfect, at least the way that my eyes are shaped in the crease. So I can put it on, I can look, you know, straight into a mirror and go find where my crease is, and it will go into the crease, but it will go slightly above too, where the transition is peeking out above it, because the transition brush that I use has bigger and fluffier bristles, but this one has tighter, smaller, pointed cut bristles, and so it goes into my crease better, but slightly above where it peeks out and shows. For some reason, I lost one, and I looked and looked and looked and tried to find another one of a different brand, and nothing, no other one in the crease in my eye works like this one. It is a very important brush to me. I have to have it, and I have two of them. They are chewed, they are beat up, but they are still going strong. And let me show you again what they look like. What I usually use for work underneath my eyes is one from Sigma. Eye shading E55. I should know that one because my username is 55. But it is a flat brush, fairly short, fairly dense, soft, but not fluffy. Because if it's too fluffy underneath my eyes, it's going to spread my eyeshadow underneath there all over. I don't like anything too small usually, unless I'm doing a real dramatic look, because then it looks harsh. But I don't like it too fluffy, because then it looks like it's all down here. It looks like I've slept in my makeup and it's just a big mess. I like it in between, and that's what I achieve with this Sigma brush. It just goes underneath there perfectly. I can blend it out. I can put on some eyeliner and blend the eyeliner out underneath there, and just kind of bring it up to meet with, you know, where I might have a little wing. It's a perfect little under eye brush. Okay, that is it. That's a lot of brushes, I know, but these are collected over the years. These are ones that I would repurchase, but I have taken care of them. I clean them regularly just with my little yellow Yardley soap, and I have enjoyed them all pretty much daily. Unless, you know, I'm sick or something like that. I put my makeup on most days. And so I have used it year after year after year. They've held up, they're beautiful, and I really like them a whole lot. So those are the important brushes to me, and hopefully you can kind of see how it went back to appreciating things. Now coming up, I have a new hair product that I'm testing out, and I used it today, and I really like it. And also I bought some Victoria Beckham products. I have on her eyeshadow and I have on her eyeliner today. I really like her products, so I wanted to buy more. I've been more thoughtful about what I buy because there are brands that I just know I really like and that are going to work for me. I know that I always like Sydney Grace, especially my friend Mary Glitzy Fritzy's Blessed palette. I use it all the time. And, you know, just other brands. I like Huda, I like Melt, I like Urban Decay, ABH. These are ones that I know are going to work for me. And I was putting on the other day this eyeshadow palette, and I thought, I really like it. And I want to buy more Victoria Beckham products. So I did. I got a box full, including her mascara. I want to try these out and see what the claims are and what these products do and the looks that I can get. I'm very excited about it because I think it's going to be some products that I really like. So there you go. Those are some things coming up. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful. I'm going through a period of being so grateful now, and I'm so grateful for all of you, which I guess is appropriate with Thanksgiving coming up. But I'm thankful. Love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to please like, subscribe, share. It helps so very much. It helps my channel. So thank you. Love you all. And I'll talk to you all in a couple of days. And thanks again. Love you all. Bye-bye.